the story, but we're all not able to tell our stories. That's the difference. All of you, if we can hand this microphone to each and everybody here, we tell the story. We have a story, but the problem to get that story out, it's where different. So I am so proud of Pastor Emmanuel with the busy life. 5 kids, church, full-time job, helping the refugees. I remember at the time he started the church here, me and I, we went to hunt to the low income houses somewhere. What was the place, Pastor?
It's the south side called Speedway.
Yeah, it was a place called Speedway. We went there. We found one lady, her name is Kanyana. She was in a house. You know, the agency came and put her in the house with the refrigerator and the stove. She didn't know to use anything. She had a food in there. She couldn't know even how to cook. Myself and Emmanuel, when I came to visit him to see if he's okay, we went there and we showed that lady like, this is how we cooked. This is the food actually. She was so hungry. That picture is still in my mind. I don't know if she's still around, but really it was so critical. Then I turned around and said, hey, this is the mission. Imagine that these people never go to school at all. Been in a refugee camp for 20 years. Random. From nowhere, one day in the United States. It's like, who's John? Is that you, John? Yeah, it's John. John, it's like today, John. I'm not sure how old are you, but imagine today if someone came and get you, put you in an airplane, boom. You find yourself in the middle of jungle in Congo. Nobody speaking English. Nobody speaking no language. Just give you like survives here. You were lost. So what's going on here? That's the same exactly the life we have been going through when you come to the United States. But God is good because He has prepared men like them, men like you guys to welcome and tell the story. So we are so glad that Pastor Emmanuel, he's going to launch this book. This book is I guess you all here are friends. What we ask is, when we buy this book, it's not money goes to this man. It's money is going to go to help his mission. Also, the important is to help him to carry this story to other people. I know it's so American industries or churches. He might go there. They say, "Oh, hold on a minute. Your accent, we can't get it." But it's your mission also to take his story and take to your folks. And one day, we change someone's life. Help me to welcome author, pastor, Reverend Emmanuel to come and speak for us. Let's put a hand together.
There, I spent the whole night there. We talk. Since another day, 2 days, because he showed me the love since we met the first time. He challenged me. He showed me how kind he is. I remember when I met Laurent, I tell him about my dream when I come in America. By the way, I always tell many people I didn't want to be a pastor. Pastor, some people they enjoy to be a pastor. Pastor is a very, very hard job, especially to my family background, because we grown up in the village. We used to have a small house. When the guests come, my dad and my mom, they send us to sleep to the neighbor's house. And when we don't eat the meat, we eat the meat in Christmas to another Christmas. We kill chicken when the guests come. And my daddy was a pastor. Many guests come. When they show up, they eat chicken. We just boys and we eat leg and head. If there are a lot of guests, they eat my head and legs. Even they finish all the soup. And I say, my God, we don't need guests here. Now my dad used to encourage me to be a pastor. I didn't look like I said, no, I don't want it. But the passion keep growing up until I accepted the call of God. I'm going to tell the people here, there is nothing good to this earth to have a passion to what you want to do. There is nothing bad in this earth like to have a passion to do something, but it's very hard to do it. You don't want to quit. You don't have a way to progress. It's very, very bad and critical. You see where you want to go, there's no way. But I love God. One singer say, God make a way, even when there seems to be no way. If you trust God, you keep moving ahead, God will be with you. When I come in America, I didn't know I would be in Indiana. When we meet him, I asked him, Lord, I want to plant a church. He told me Indianapolis. I didn't understand it. Then they invited me to speak in Ohio. I went to Dayton. I saw in Indiana. I feel like it. I feel the conviction in my heart. You need to come here to plant a church. Then I decide, the time I went to Ohio, somebody was driving me because I didn't know how to drive good, especially in the highway. By the way, I'm the first generation to have a driver license in my family. Then if you see why Emmanuel cannot drive in the highway, my grandfather have never seen the car. My dad have never owned the bicycle. He have never even seen the driver license. When I have a driver license, my brother, this is my PhD. To have a driver license is a big story to the Congolese community. Then my wife, she was a little scared I'm going to crash in the highway. I'm going to plant a church in Indianapolis. Then when I told my wife, she said we cannot go to Indianapolis. It took me 6 months to convince her to come here in Indianapolis. Then when she said yes, the same night, I packed everything before she changed her mind. And I told her, I cannot divorce you to go to start church. I will never leave you behind. I'm going to go with you. I will pray for you. Every night, she's sleeping, I'm praying on the floor. God help her to understand my passion. God convince her. That's how pastor we do. We pray. The good things, pray for somebody. When he's hearing you, pray for him. I pray for her when she here. Then she was walking to Tyson. You know, Tyson, they cut meat. They process meat. Then when she was cutting meat, she heard the voice say, you are supposed to support your husband. And my brother, they refused to come with me here. I was a little mad when my father passed away, take care of my brothers. And when I went to plant a church, they are not supporting me. And I said, God, these boys, they're not good. And the Holy Spirit told me, you are wrong. You tell somebody to support your dream and your passion and your calling when they don't care about your calling. My younger brother told me, I'm not called to plant a church. Why you tell me to go in Indianapolis to plant a church? That's not my job. Plant a church or stop, that's not my business. It's very hard when you find somebody who doesn't understand you. When you think everybody understands your passion. I tell you, nobody. You just have your own calling. You have your own burden. You need to carry your own work. Don't push somebody to understand your passion. It's burning you. It doesn't burn anybody. Then my wife told me, I feel the Spirit of God told me to support you. Let us go to Indianapolis. If God called you to go to Indianapolis, in the morning, I was in the highway. Then she's scared I will be crashing. Then Lauren told me, I will be on the phone with you because I cannot talk on the phone when I'm driving. You know, like now, I can't even take or do whatever. I keep looking at the phone when I'm driving. But before, it's just like this in the highway. Then I cannot talk to my wife when I'm driving. Lauren told me I will be on the phone with your wife. Then when I get here, everything goes right. Lauren say he showed me where I didn't know how to Google. People don't have to Google church. I said, Lauren, where I need to go to church on Sunday? Say, let me Google. And Lauren had been here before me. He know how to Googling stuff. I haven't never had any Google. I've never Googling anybody. I'm Googling the church, Googling it. No. Say, you want to do Google? Say, yeah. He gave me the address. I lost. I end up to another church. That church welcomed me until my wife came. We started church there. That was a little small church. Then my passion keep growing. Other people keep growing. That's how we start church in Indiana. The good news is we keep growing day by day. That's show us that's the work of God. Then when I was in Kenya, I was hopeless. My father died in 2002. We left everything in 2099. I get shot in my left leg. The war started in 1996. The war, civil war keep going in Congo. We flee to Rwanda. That time I was a victim. If you read the book here, you're going to understand what things I go through. Then when we get in Rwanda, we didn't have anything. But when you see the parent, you think your life will be better. Because you trust your parent, then you trust God. I was in high school. My father passed away with the cancer. Before my dad told me when he was dying, he told me last night he died in the morning. He told, take care of yourself, and take care of your brothers and sisters, and make sure you serve God the collectively. And help the people. Don't help people because who they are. Help them because they have a need. I told my father, what do you talk about? He said, many people, they help a relative. Many people, they help because they have the same race, especially in Africa, because they have the same ethnic. But help people because they need your help. Then in the morning, my father passed away. Then I started to understand how he talked to me. Then I started struggling to go to school. They kicked me out in high school more than 100 times because I don't have school fees. But I keep pushing. I started working afternoon, in the morning, go to school. I can be able to graduate high school. I graduate, then I go to university. I cannot be able to pay university fees. I flee from Rwanda. I went to Kenya. In Kenya, I was having two passions, to go to Bible college and to learn English. I went to Bible college. Then I started learning English. English as second language. I used to walk 70 miles, no breakfast and no lunch, to learn ABCD. The passion is bigger if you put the energy on it. If you put your time on it, you can make it. Then people start complaining how bad is life. That time I became a houseboy. I was cooking for one lady some snacks. Then she paid me. Now I can be able to afford the bus. Then I graduated Bible college. I started speaking in English. Now I started reading a book. One day I was in the bus. I see a lady has a book called The Purpose of Living. I told this lady, I don't know you. You don't know me. My name is Pastor Emmanuel Musinga. I was an evangelist that time. I'm an evangelist Emmanuel Musinga. I don't know my purpose. I think what I'm missing in my life is the purpose of my life. I need this book. She told me, I don't know you. I said, yes, you don't know me, but I'm going to borrow your book today. And because what I'm missing, you have what I'm missing. Because I was hopeless. I was reading the Bible. I feel the energy to trust God, but I don't know the purpose, where I'm going to end up. I tried to be a pastor. I don't see the way. I tried to continue my school. I don't see the way. I followed this lady until to her house. I tell you, I want to borrow this book. That book, the author was Dr. Mesmer from Bahamas. She gave me that book. In Africa, we love church. I asked her, which church are you going? She told me, First Love Church. Okay, I know you're a pastor, I know you're a church. Sunday, I will be your guest to the church with your book. Borrow me the book. Sunday, I'll be to your church with the book. She said, are you sure you're coming Sunday to the church? Yes. You'll be my guest to the church? I said, yes. She gave me the book. I took the church to the home, that book. I read that book that week. Sunday, I go to her church. I said, this is your book? I've never feel yet. I'm going to read it another day, another week. Sunday, we come back here. I give you the book. That book to introduce me who I am. The Bible give me the hope. This book give me direction of life. I realize I'm not just a beggar. I'm not just a person who gonna get help. I'm here to help others. It doesn't mean a big stuff. Even the little things, I can help somebody. Guess what? I started helping the refugees. We go to UN. They don't speak English. I write a letter for them to explain their story from Congo to Kenya. And I didn't know I know English until we get a good response from officer for United Nations. They understand the story for somebody because I write a letter explaining his story in my little English. Then he get good, positive answer. I said, maybe I know English. Because I can write something, I can get good response. Now, I started helping them. Then I get hired to become an interpreter to the organizations. Until the organization from America Help Refugees, they hire me to become an interpreter. That's how many Congolese, they know me. I become very, very known in Kenya as a good interpreter. Then, that's how I feel to plant a church. I start a church. That's the time I get married. The time I got to propose to my current wife, I didn't think even she was going to accept me because I didn't have any money. I didn't have anything. But I just closed the eyes and asked her to marry me. Then we start church together. The time I go start church, I tell her we're going to plant church. And we start a church with 7 people, and the roof was rinking. I got to borrow money, which I was telling Lauren, they asked me to sign, and to pay with the interest. I signed, and I paid that money. The church start there. Then I make a vow, I say, God, you helped me a lot. Something I can give to you. I'll be your servant, and I help your people. Since that time in Kenya, I started helping. Then, I get another encourage myself. I say, I see many people from my community, they are complaining. I didn't know many American people, they are complaining. I know when I get here. They complain for little things, little. Internet is down. I don't have a bicycle. I don't have a second car. Don't have anything. America is bad. America is bad. Going to Congo. Let me stay here. Yeah, if you say America is bad, go somewhere. You're going to see how bad it is. Especially younger people. American younger people. They don't work when the work is everywhere. Then they complain. Yeah, you don't have a reason to complain if you know another side for life. Then I realized, I said, God, the first things, if you help me, the first things I will keep giving the people Bible because the Bible changed my life. The second, I will be able to write my story and encourage other people. I will write books. That's how I get the idea to write a book. I put my story together and with other chapter to tell people how they need to pursue their dream. We have people who complain with the little stuff. We have people who have opportunity, who lose the opportunity every single minute. If you're born in America, you say you cannot work. I'm glad I get my first job in cleaning bathroom for Walmart. I don't complain. As long as I'm feeding my wife and my kids. In case to go to steal somebody food or somebody money to the bank, you're going to dead or end up to the jail. In case to clean somebody's house, you make a living. I realize there's many people, even we are new in America, we need to teach by example to tell other people who are complaining for nothing. We need to tell people who need to work. That's how I realize. I write my first book in my language. I have it. Then I said I need to write another one in English to encourage American people who take America for granted. Second, I need to tell the people my story, where I come from. My background, I grown up in the jungle. No no electricity. My first time to see the electricity was around the 2090s. To have a vehicle, I have never ride the vehicle or drive a vehicle until I get in America. I let the vehicle when I get in Rwanda. Then I born in a small village. My mom, she delivered me in a bush. She cut my umbilical cord in a stick with a stick. I survived enough. Now I said, God, who make me to survive, I will tell people my story. Second, I say, I will never allow my past to affect my future. I will never. I have a lot of challenge. I come in Indiana, we discuss with my wife every single day. We have a guest in this house. 2, 3, 4. They come. Do you think we need to complain? No, we need to encourage ourselves. Then me and my wife, we discussed a couple times to quit. I have one time, my best friend, he come to me and my wife and say, Emmanuel, you have 4 kids. You need to quit this refugee ministry. They don't pay you. They don't anything. I found application to you. You need to apply to the pastor called Peter in Kansas City. He's looking a young man who speaks multiple language and you qualify. Please fill application. My heart didn't take it. I love my people. Even if they are not able to pay me, we enjoy life together. And we encourage one another. Then I get an idea. Through these people, we can change their life. They become giant. They become a story. They become the leaders. Our children can become a leader in this country if we raise them in good. If we give them a good encouragement and a good education. Then we decide we're going to work in this ministry until God make us breakthrough. If it doesn't matter, when you get in heaven, I'm going to be a general. Yes. I'm going to be a little good minister to work 2, 3 jobs and ministering. That's good sacrifice. Even Jesus himself, he gave us his life. Now we can worship him. Now we can know he's the Son of God. Yeah. If we can be able to serve our community and to serve God, that's how we're going to get our reward. Now I decide I'm going to write this book. I'm glad that my supervisor is not here. Maybe you're going to see this video. I read this book when I'm at work. So, I was at work with my computer in the home care. When everybody's asleep, I'm the one who up watching everybody. I manage myself, bring my computer in, start typing. Second, I remember one chapter. I was traveling to go to preach in Canada. I was in an airplane. I read half of my chapter called Passion. I read all this book when I'm middle of do something. Because I don't have time. I spend all my time at work, another time with helping the community, another time with my wife and my kids. The little time was left, I work with my books and my church. I'm glad God keep using us, give us energy. I told some people who tell me, Emmanuel, your work had many jobs, so many hours. Say, let me use my energy. I'm still young. Maybe a couple years ahead, I'm going to be 50 like Dave here. I cannot be able to work 2, 3 jobs. Now, this book is about my story and encourage other people who are going through what I have been going through. I'm writing another book called Don't Give Up, Trust God. Don't give up. If it's marriage, don't give up. It's the business, don't give up. It's serving God, don't give up. Keep trust God. I named this book Dream Giver because God gave me a dream. My daddy have never preached me about dream. When I was around 2009, that's my first time to start to understand good English. That was my first time to heard about Martin Luther King speech about I have a dream. When I was a kid, nobody tell me you can dream to be who you want to be. Nobody. I know just you can go after cow. That was my life. Nobody encouraged me to pursue anything. Just God, he's the one who helped me to be who I am today. God helped me to be alive. before I finish, I'm going to mention this. God is a good God. My church name's Grace Tabernacle Ministries, because to me to be alive is only because of grace of God. If it's not grace of God, I should maybe dead around the 99. I go through, cross the fire of the bullet. I'm alive not because I'm smart or I know how to escape bullet. It's because God has a purpose or has a plan for my life. I get a couple an accident. I didn't die. When I get here, I diagnosed this Hodgkin lymphoma cancer. It's in my book. God saved me with the cancer. I'm a cancer survivor. My wife clapped because she knows what we go through. We go through more than the things we cannot tell anybody. I remember when I was diagnosed with cancer, we didn't have even a vehicle in the house. Even the church was almost closed. I called everybody, people I know, come take this church. Nobody wants to take this church. I have a meeting with a couple pastors. Please, I think I'm going to die. Can you become pastor for this church? Everybody say no, no, no. I remember I was having a chemotherapy on a Wednesday. Sunday, I go to the church. When I get to the church, I pass out. I see the choir, they are singing. After they tell me, Pastor, the service is done. I didn't know what happened. I have never, ever missed single service on my cancer survived almost 8 months. Member of my church, they are witness. My wife is witness. I tell my wife, I cannot be able to drive. I don't have hair. The hair is gone. Those that maybe they are nasty here, if you have a cancer, they inject you some, they call chemo. The hair is gone. I don't care I have a hair or not. As long as I see the choir they are worshiping, I feel I'm in heaven. I'm good. They take me, they put me in the church there, they worship, they done, they put again in the car. 8 months. I do that because the passion I have in my heart. My last word is this. When I get in Indiana, I used to tell my wife, we don't know why God brought us here in Indiana. We don't have a friend. But we have 2 best friends. The first best friend is God. The second best friend is the street light. We don't talk with anybody. Street light tell us, stop, wait, go. That's it. Nobody. I try to find a friend, I cannot. Last year, that's my last word. I was praying to God, asking God, I think I'm done. I'm done. I'm tired. God told me 2 things. God told me, don't trust yourself, trust God. Second, some people, they are lucky and they are blessed and they're lucky. There are other people who are blessed but who need to work for their blessings. Then God can be glorified. They cannot trust themselves. They can trust God. If God give me the ministry, make my easy life in Indianapolis, maybe I will never see the hands of God. But now I see the hands of God. Then God give me the last word. The Holy Spirit told me, go read the book of Habakkuk. Habakkuk prayed 20 years, no answer. He said, I will trust God. The righteous must trust God and wait. Now I realize I'm a Habakkuk. I need to wait until the right time. And he said like this, nothing and nothing will take away the joy of my Lord. Nothing. Things can be good. Thank you, God. Things can be hard. Thank you, Lord. Whatever comes, nothing can take away the joy of the Lord. I work 2-3 jobs. Yesterday, I was in Charlotte, North Carolina. I come back the whole night, get here, and speak it. Yes, I speak downtown and come back here. Last week the same. I do that because nothing can do that, making me to do that. Is only the passion to serve God and to love my family and to love my community. That's why I write this book. And this is my first book. It's not my last. I write this at my work. I believe one day I'll be full-time in my ministry. I tell my wife this always. We come from very far away in the jungle. We are far. We are going further. We don't know when things are going to be good, but things will be good. I don't know when and how. But I trust God. Things will be good. Don't worry. I don't know how and when, but we trust God. I encourage you to read this book, and I encourage you to share good news there, to share other people about helping the community. Before I take the question or anybody asking me any question, I'm going to introduce some people here. I have my long time friends. My brother, Pastor Bob, is there today, standing behind there. Bob.
Pretty good Emmanuel stories.
Yeah.
Some of them are African time stories.
Yeah. We've been in Africa together. We've been in church together. He's been pastor for Creek where we worship. He's a really good friend of mine. He's been my pastor. He supported me. I've been into his house, him and his wife. His wife like cook me apple pie. And I ate the apple pie first time to his house with the ice cream. So delicious. Even today, his wife was sending me one apple pie. And he said, I need to buy my own ice cream. That was my first time to eat apple pie and the ice cream. Now, I buy here. And I have my friend Dave here. He's a pastor to Second Presbyterian Church. He helped me to help a lot of refugees. Pastor Dave. I know Pastor Dave since 2016. When there was a refugee going through some stuff, they come to me. I didn't know what to do. Somebody told me about Second Presbyterian Church. I went there. He helped with the trustees. He helped the Congolese. David, thank you so much for what you did for the community. Many refugee people, they know his name. They have never met yet with him. I believe maybe one day you're going to come to my church. They know you. Last week, that's my last story, couple weeks, or 2 weeks, I went to visit one family, 2 months behind the rent. The apartment was kicking them out. I cannot be able to help. I go to Dave. He helped that family. You can work there maybe 10 years. Yeah.
And I've got your back because I know that you have a...
Yes, I'm good. Second, now, I have a mission here. My trip, I'm going in Kenya. I have my budget here. My budget, I want to donate. This year, I want to donate 1,000 Bibles. Dave and the Second Presbyterian Church, they donate that money to buy those Bibles. Dave is a really wonderful man. I call him my brother from another mother. Then I have my couple special guests here. I have a guy who did amazing things. When I go to speak to Congolese community, and the other African community, I tell them how you need to make a friend. Go join other community. I mentioned one day a guy come to my church. Indistar, write down the story. They put it to Indistar. I have never know Indistar. I don't know what is Indistar. Then my friend Greg buy a newspaper, read my story, and call me. We meet. I went to speak. Greg, can you stand up, please? Thank you so much. You may sit there. He invited me to Optimist Club. I speak there since 2014. I go there, I become a member. Guess what? He paid my breakfast. How many years? Almost 6 years. He was really, really wonderful friend to me. I remember one day my wife was not working, has a baby. I was working myself. I didn't have even a gas to go to work. I went to his office. He gave me, I think, I want a gas money. He gave me gas money. That was around 2017. He was working to Indiana Business Bank. He knows what I go through. And I didn't know I need to register church. He helped. We register church after 6 months because I didn't know we need to how to register church here in Indiana. Then another year, the church was non-incorporated. I don't know what happened. What happened again?
You have to renew your...
Yeah, I didn't know we need to renew that. Then he called me and said, you need to do this. He tell me, he teach me a lot of things to be able to go here in America. Now we are working together with helping refugees. We are forming an organization to helping refugees out of the church together. I have my sister Margot. Margot, can you stand up? Margot, I know her since around 2016 too. We become a friend. Both we're from Africa. She's from her and her husband John. They're from South Africa. We become a friend. She's the one who brought me to East 91st Church. That's how she been inviting me before Corona. There's a good church here. You need to go to that church. I said, okay, I've been to many churches. I want to come there. Then she kept pulling me, inviting me. Now, finally, I went there and I fell in love with that church. I invite anybody to visit East 91st Church. That's the church with the great, great love. I've been to many churches. That's a really nice church. I have many friends here. I have my sister Victoria. Can you stand up, Victoria? Victoria, she's one of my friend. Friend from Margot. We meet to start the church there. Is a lady, wonderful lady. She's helping me. She's good at writing. She's gonna help me to write a lot of stuff. I have my friend Brian. Brian, can you stand up, please? Brian, I know him a couple years through Collie. Brian, we serve the homeless. I have always a passion to serve the community. There's an organization, Help the Homeless. There's a leader for that ministry. His name is Corey. Me and Corey, we meet 2017. Then we become friends. Through Corey, I meet Brian. Brian, he helped Corey a lot. He started helping me too. Now we are working together, helping each other. I hope together we're going to be able to help the community. I have my sister here, Carol. She works in Legal Shield. She helps a lot of refugees with the legal stuff. And she helped me a lot. Now I'm able to help other Congolese refugees. Thank you, Dave, for coming. Tomorrow we'll be at your church. And I hope you're going to preach to my Sunday service too. I will be a good interpreter for you. You have a really good interpreter here. I don't know if I forget to introduce anybody here. Thank you, my friend, for coming here. We really appreciate to have you. I'm going to take a question. If anybody has a question, we're going to take any question.
Let's do this first. Good. Let's give hands to this young man right here. Stand up. All right. Good. Thank you. So, you sit quick. We're going to do quick because, we need to go back. So, number one, we need to know how much is this book. Can you tell us?
It's just $20. If you wanted to support the mission, you can make check to the Grace Tabernacle Ministries. If you want to just buy a book, it's $20. Good. But all the money goes to the mission. I'm living here in Indiana, October 13. I'm going in Kenya. And before you go, if you want, you can take this. This is my itinerary. Because of Corona, last time I went with a Bob, but because of Corona, I'm not going with many people. They don't want to go, but maybe next time we're going to go with the people. But if before you go, you can read this. There's my itinerary here and my program I'm going to do in Kenya.
So putting a book together, it's not an easy job. I'm telling you right now. But and the second is having the book, and maybe collect this little money, and you give back to the mission. That's extra love. So we asked to buy this book, whoever, and not only buy, and also help how we can get this story out. That's what I'm thinking. How can we get this story out? How can American families and churches can hear this story? We never know where God will can help from. Also, I don't know, Pastor Musinga's wife is not here. She's supposed to do something quick, but you can check with her if she's around. Also, before we end here, because we have very good African food, you know, we're gonna try those foods before we leave this place. So let's do this. Who has a question for Emmanuel before we buy this book or take? Or even you can take this and buy it and give someone a gift. You don't have to read it. You can give this to someone else. So Musinga's wife, you have something you want to present to your husband. You're going to do it. If you want to say words, that's okay. If you want to do whatever you feel you want to do it, it's okay. All right.
So banje gushimira abantu bose bageze aha ngaha.
She just want to thank all of you who make here today.
Mwagize neza cyane Imana ibamugisha.
Thank you and God bless you.
Turabakunda cyane.
We really loved you all.
So ntabwo mvuga ibintu byinshi.
I'm not going to say a lot.
Ariko igitabo cyongeye kunyibutsa ibintu byinshi twaciyemo.
But this book just reminded me like what's happening in our lifetime.
Ubuzima twaciyemo.
The life we went through.
Kugira ngo dukorere Imana.
That pursue God's mission in our lives.
Shima Imana ko tugejeje ubunyene tugihagaze
And I
mu Imana.
really thank God that God has protected us. We are all still stand firm in His work.
Sinshobora gushimira umuntu ku giti ciwe ku bantu bose bari aha.
So I will never thank each and everyone names here.
Ariko nshimiye Greg.
But Greg, thank you.
Nshimiye Dave.
Pastor Dave, thank you.
Sinari muzi cyane ariko imirimo ye ndayizi.
I didn't know you much, but I know your work.
Nshimiye Bob kuko iwe ni umuntu wacu kuva kera.
Thank you, Pastor Bob, because we know you and you are us and we are yours.
Nuko aribo namenye kuva mbere kandi bakomeje gufasha kudufasha mu
So
bintu
those I
byacu.
just named is those people I knew early and keep their name all the time.
Nshimiye abamemba ba church urubyiruko.
So thank you for the church members, the youth
kugira ngo
who
tube
came.
turiho kugira ngo church beho nuko dufite aba bantu bahagurutse akaba ari bayikorera.
So in order our mission to stand, it's because of this young man, he's here.
Ndibuka Merci reka mushimire nawe ari mu bantu badufashe muri transportation tukiri bakeya.
Merci was a very young man who was give away transportation. So he's the one back there. I know him too.
Yeah.
When I was coming.
So igihe twari turi mu buzima bugoye yakoraga transport.
When we had the hardship time, he stand with us.
Rero Imana iguhe umugisha.
God bless you.
So igitunye kandi nshatse kuvuga.
So another thing I want to say.
Emmanuel kuba yaranditse iki gitabo akageza kuri uyu munsi.
So I thank my husband who wrote this book until up today.
Yagiye andika liste ibitabo azandika abishira ahantu mu cyumba.
So he named many list of the book he wrote on his lifetime.
Ariko kubera ubuzima nuko nabona sinumvaga ko bishobora kuzabaho.
So because life and where we were, I was thinking this isn't going to happen
Ariko
anyway.
igitabo cye cya kabiri.
But this is his second book.
Byanyigishije kuko kwizera no kwatura neza bituma ugera ku cyo wifuza.
So it teach me that when you believe, it's a very important thing. you achieved what you have been said.
kuba ageze ku mwanya wo gusohora igitabo nk'iki ngiki si ukubera ubushobozi bwinshi twakoresheje ubushobozi buke bwacu dufite n'umwanya mutoya kuba yarageze kuri iki kintu ndamushimiye Imana yo mu ijuru
For him to reach this time to write book like this, true to our little time we had, and we used that. So I thank him so very much.
nubwo yobaza yarushe gufite ikintu uzumuganiriza akagusubiza niyo umuzanyeho ibintu bya vision bya cyace.
So when he comes home very warm, tired,
nakunda cyane.
But you introduce him when you want him to talk to you, just start with his mission. He will be more open to talk.
Yavuze igihe twajega hano ukuntu nawe naramugoye ntabwo nabyumvaga kuza ahantu nta muntu nzi byari ibintu biruhije biteye ubwoba cyane.
So it was very hard for me to for him to convince me to move from Illinois to here because I didn't know nobody.
Tumaze kugera hano aragwara.
So when we reached this place, that's why he was diagnosed with a cancer.
Ndababwiye ko byari bigoye.
So life was hard.
Byari bigoye.
Very hard.
Byari bigoye.
Very hard.
Umunsi wa mbere namenye ko agwaye kanseri.
The first day I knew that he's diagnosed with a cancer.
Icanjemwo mbere subupfakazi.
So what comes to my mind first was not to be widows. So what comes to my mind was said that means his dream is dead. So that I'm gonna be able to pursue what he was calling himself as a dream. That was my first question. After I knew that he's diagnosed with cancer. That was a very heavy thing in my life. But I think God healed him. And the word of God is going forward. So it was very hard, and they were calling my dad, and then I was crying. What I just shared them with him, I said, after you're gone, I will raise your kid, and your name will stand. And thank God for what God has done, and also we are pursuing and waiting for what God has in His hand. I thank also Lawrence, who came from all over the way Ohio. So he just left his wife with the little baby. God bless you. So thank you for those people who came from Margo Church. It's a very nice church we love. They have love. God bless you. Good. Thank you. Let's, without taking time, let's give this microphone quick to Dave. Dave, can you come quick, and then I will take a few questions, and then I will let you what's going. That's okay. He will. Okay, you want me to interpret, or you understand the language? I know you can. You have.
Well, I don't know that I can. I can.
All right.
I can, but I know that she does stand in the light of Christ, and it's through Christ's light that dreams have come true. Right. And I know how much she has stood with Emmanuel and helped the dream to be realized. And I just wanted to thank her with these flowers for the blessings that she brings.
Good, thank you. So we want to take a couple questions. If someone has a question, and think like Emmanuel would be to answer this the questions before we go to excitement session, which is our food. If any questions, welcome. You, Dave.
Talking about the wonderful food we're going to have, I know you shared a dream about young ladies coming together to form a restaurant.
Yeah.
When you go, and I think it's in your itinerary, but I wondered if you would just wanted to mention a little bit more about that opportunity that you're hoping to provide young ladies who are in your choir.
aramubajije ati ndabizi ko ufite dream hagenda nubwo tuvuga turashaka kurya ku biryo hano ariko hari yereka wambwiye ngo urifuza yuko abaririmbyi b'i Nairobi mu rusengero rwawe byenda bagira nka restaurant bakaze bayikoreramo kugira ngo ibashe kubafasha. Ese watubwiraho bukeya icyo uburyo ushaka kubikora?
After I went in Kenya, I know what they're going through. I myself, when I was there, I was a houseboy. I was cooking somebody food, and they carry her child to be able to survive there. We have young girls, we have single ladies who have children, or some people they sing in the choir. I worry how they survive. I don't want them to sing in church, then they go back in the street. My goals is, I asked them, I did the budget, is here to my itinerary. We formed a restaurant. We have some young lady there in our church. She studied to be a chef. We formed a restaurant. We did the budget. I'm going there. We're going to start the restaurant. I have budget here. The budget for start a restaurant is $4,560. Then we're going to start a barber shop. We have young boys who sing in the choir, who have skills, small skills. Even if they cannot be able to do more stuffs, they can work in a barber shop. We're going to start a barber shop too, because the government cannot give them the work permit because they are refugees. But if you start your own small business, they're going to have they call alien card. Now you can be able to do your own stuff. That's my plan. That's all. I'm working 2 jobs. Maybe God will bless me to fund some people support this project. If not, I work 2nd jobs to make sure I pursue the dream to help other people. I say this mission, my word, I realize the one in English. If my life now cannot make impact, my absence will never make a difference. If I'm here today, I didn't die. The cancer didn't take me. The bullet didn't take me. Why I'm here? How I can make impact to 1 person or 2 person. That's why I do a lot of stuff in one time to make sure I maximize my time, because I'm gonna get old. I'm a 43.
So, in a few words, is those are people who's in the refugee camp, either Nairobi or Uganda or Rwanda or somewhere else from Congo. All of them, they will never come to United States. But we can bring United States to them. That's what he's doing. Instead to have those the choir members and ladies maybe go to the church, and when they go home, they not do nothing, or they cry after church. Maybe they can have their little shop and work and worship. Those young men who can cut the hair, I know they make $1 a day, but at least at that $1 a day, they will use 50 cents, and the other 50 cents can do something. That means the dream is, what I'm thinking from him, it's not, we're not gonna all have time to come, or the chance to come to US, but we can take what we have and brought United States there. Second question. Carol.
Well, thank you, pastors and friends and family, and Pastor Musinga. I really did have a question. I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for all you do. You know, guys, it was really, I know that the Lord works through people. And it was no accident, because nothing in his world happens by accident. So I met Pastor Musinga through a girlfriend's niece, and another guy, and another guy, and another guy. And I said, wow. So, my brother, whatever I can do, you already know. But I want to thank you. And I know God's giving you a dream, and it's a big dream. But you have a big why. So I know you're going to fulfill it, and we're all here to help. And we love you so, so very much. Thank you. Thank you for all you do.
Good. So we're about to go to the end if anybody else has questions. But I'm going to ask him one question. Is that okay? We're going to ask him one question before we conclude here. So I heard he said he didn't have hope at all. I just asked him the day he was on I'm pretty sure I know the hospital when they shot him. He spent almost 9 months in a hospital in Kigali.
Yes.
You can see the picture here. I guess the first picture is right there. So did you dream that time what will be the next to your life?
No, I would think I'm dead. I didn't have anything. I would think I'm dying. I didn't have a hope for life. The hope starts after. That time when I get shot, I was a younger boy. I was not good Christian at all. I didn't care about God, about my future. But after, when I was in the hospital, there were some pastors come to pray for us. They give us Bibles. That's how I catch up, come back again. Another word I can say, I was backslide. I didn't care about church. My dad used to tell me about church. I go, but I was not strong Christian. But after that, when I get healed, I started reading the Bible more. I become a good son in the family. I become a good student. My life began there until now.
Good. So, before we conclude, guys, this book is right here. And if you want to take one for $20, or you want to buy one to your friends, welcome. And also, I will need Mama Kroro to come forward here. She will tell us how we're going to do this. But let me make this last word. I just want to thank everybody who came here today for this book launch here. Second, I appreciate this young man. The time he came to Indianapolis when I was helping him to start the church, I remember someone just stole my computer. I couldn't find the first picture. The first picture I took was him, his wife, Lynn, which is a girl, was in her house, and someone else. Those are those 3 people who started the choir, and myself, because I was there to help them. But last time when they came to Dayton, he came to Dayton with the, I guess, 2 minivan with choir members. I'm like, really? That was only 3 people. I had that picture. I put there because I shared with him like one day I will come to Indianapolis and show maybe your choir member said this was only 3 people singing. They didn't have hope too. They would say, is this going to be a church? Is this going to be what? We were really somewhere in a little kitchen where we were singing that night. I will never forget that. But now it's a huge worship place. So, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for coming and hear our stories. So maybe, as I said again, we're not very strong in the Bible, but maybe we're strong with sharing our stories. And these stories can go and touch someone's heart. And our mission is maybe we change somebody, and somebody will change somebody. So thank you so much. I see his brother is raising hand. I don't know what, but you can come forward before I give to Mama Krora that we can have food and people need to go back home. Come on.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, my name is Thierry Musinga Rupande. That's my brother. So I don't have a lot of things to say, but I'm trying to say this thing is not coming from nowhere. It's coming from something. So I'm trying to say that's my mama right there. The first kid from my mom, it was not the kid from her womb. I know somebody can explain to her what I'm talking about. It means something from to our father praying to earth, it's start raise up. So my first kid to my mom, umwana wa mbere wa mama,
The first child from my mom
ntabwo ari umwana wamuvuye mu nda.
is not a child from her womb.
N'umwana yareze.
She adopted a child.
Umwana muri 1959 mu Rwanda ubwo bahungaga bava mu Rwanda baje muri Congo.
The refugees flee from Rwanda to Congo.
mama afite umwana yareze wari uvuye mu Rwanda.
That's time one child flee from Rwanda to Congo, my parents take care that child.
Icyo gihe mama nta mwana yari afite niyo batangiriye iwe na papa.
That time our father and mother, they didn't have any child.
Mbore, let me talk about my language. I can talk a lot.
Yeah, there's just
more.
They just adopt church.
I can talk a lot. When I talk in my language, I can talk a lot more than I can talk in English. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's easy to me to speak my mother language more than English.
Yeah.
We understand that's your mother language.
So, urumva iki gitabo ibintu birimo.
If you read this story, there are a lot of story here in this book.
Ni ibintu biri muri famille biva kuri papa.
It's the things from my father, from my mother, keep coming generation to us.
Ntabwo ari kuvuga ngo ni pastor ariko natwe Musinga ariko natwe biturimo twese biturimo.
Pastor Emmanuel put out what was going on in our family.
So mu gihe bavuga hano numva ndi emotional cyane.
When they was talking, when I sit there, I feel emotion when I was sitting there.
So 2002,
my
dad passed away.
Papa yarapfuye.
Musinga,
Pastor Emmanuel here.
He was the one who was not get married yet.
Musinga ni wari mukuru musiribatera aho ngaho.
So my dad, before passed away,
mbere yuko papa apfa,
he called Musinga was night 2002 December or the
2nd December.
7 December, right?
Yeah. Papa ahamagara Musinga.
He told him.
Aramubwira vuga naswana mu Cyongereza.
Okay. Aramubwira ngo
my father tell Emmanuel,
aba nibo bana banje,
I'm going to die this.
Ni wowe mugabo ubasigayemo.
You are the man I live with this family.
2000. I'm sorry. I'm about to make the longest story about it. I'm sorry about that. 2005.
2005.
Musinga aradusigara bamagiye muri Kenya. He was in Rwanda.
That time he was in Rwanda. Emmanuel Musinga left as in Rwanda. He flee to Kenya.
But we stay home. Nothing, no food, no nothing.
He left
he got the job.
He's the one who was keep trying to feed us.
He was the one who got the job.
He left. The one who have a job. He left. He went in Kenya. My mother should become a second widow.
I was in high school with my two brothers, with my one sister.
Then we go through trouble because Emmanuel.
When he went to Kenya, he said, "Hey guys, come on here." In Kenya,
he mentioned one thing.
In Kenya, there is a door. It's not closed. It's open.
Aravuga ngo muri Kenya hari imiryango ikinguye muze muri Kenya.
Iyo miryango yari ikinguye.
Those door, I didn't understand what the door he was mentioned.
Is this one right here?
Now
I'm sorry I want to take a long time.
I'm sorry for taking long back.
Ariko.
Now.
Ndishimye cyane. I'm so happy.
I'm very chan.
Ikintu nshaka kuvuga.
The one I want to mention here.
Even this book right here.
Iki gitabo.
Is a dream giver.
Chitwa ngo ni yerekwa. Wahawe.
Nuko mwabona adafite ibintu bihambaye.
Let me tell you, even Emmanuel doesn't have a lot of stuff, big stuff.
Ariko muri we,
but inside him,
he have a lot of things. After ibintu byinshi.
He has a lot of riches and big stuff.
Afite ibintu bikomeye no mu muryango.
Even in our family, he has a big giant stories.
No muri famille.
In our family,
we trust him.
Turamwizera.
No mugabo muri famille.
He's a good, strong man in our family.
He's the key of the family.
Uru nigo rufunguzo rw'umuryango wacu.
I know it.
Ndabizi.
Because
kuko
when I was in high school,
igihe nari muri high school,
he called me.
Yarampamagaye.
Come to Kenya.
Bino muri Kenya.
We're going to the United States.
Tuzaje muri America.
We're going to live in a better life.
tuzabona ubuzima bwiza
I'm in a better life.
tuzagira ubuzima
I have a
bwiza
2 vehicle.
mfite imodoka zibiri
I have a good job.
mfite akazi keza
Kuba iyo atampamagara
because it's not Emmanuel
mba ndi mu Rwanda ndi
I was
gusurvive.
still in Africa struggling everywhere.
So thank you for him.
Ndagushimiye cyane.
Icyo nzi cyo
What I know,
tuzagera kure through with you.
we go further when we keep supporting you.
Thank you so much, guys. And then thank you for your all come over here.
Mwakoze kuza mwese.
I don't have nothing. I don't know each one, but thank you.
Ndabashimiye.
God bless you. I don't have nothing to do for you,
Ntacyo
but God bless you. Thank you.
Come on forward, please. It's time.
he's the
It's
last
time.
born in our family. That's why Philip died.
Okay,
He was a young boy.
so tugiye kujya gufungura.
So we are going to eat.
We have a different kind of food,
Uh-huh.
African food.
Dufite ibiryo by'abanyafurika.
We're gonna try to explain what we wanna eat.
Abari hariya baraza kutwereka batubwire ngo ibi ni ibi, ibi ni ibi, ibi ni ibi.
So feel free, murye uko mushaka, ibyo birahari.
Yeah, take time, guys. Eat. You can even take home.
Reka dusengere ibiryo.
It's okay. Huh? Yeah.
Okay, reka dusengere ibiryo mbere yuko tujya kurya.
We're gonna pray for this food.
Mana ndagushima ko watugiriye neza kuri
God,
uyu
we thank you for
munsi.
this day.
Ndagushima kuko wabanye natwe muri iki gikorwa.
We thank you because you have been here
Ndagushima
with
ko
us.
warongoye inshuti zose zikaba
We thank you
zageze aha.
for you being with
Ndagushima
our
kuko ari wowe
friends.
wabikoze Yesu wera.
God, we thank you because you are the one
Tugiye
who
gufata
did this.
ifunguro Mana yanje.
As we're going to share the
ugasanire
food,
buri wese ugiye kurifata.
bless each and everyone.
Ugasanire n'aho byavuye
And
Yesu.
bless also those who
Ukomeze
prepared
ubane
this
natwe,
meal.
Yesu, uri butugwe neza, urakoze
I
Mana
pray this
nziza.
in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. You guys, as we talk, as we come back here, you can take a book, buy, and kind of chat, introduce each other. Yeah, take your food inside. You can come here and keep talking. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
It's easy. Yeah, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming. You singing tomorrow? Coming tomorrow. Okay, gonna be here.
Thank you so much for supporting.
Sure. Go outside and enjoy some food.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Really good after
You should have a big, nice pen right there. Thank you. Okay, yeah, anyway. Go get food. Go get food. Oh, thank you so much, Pastor. Okay, take Wait, this is a nice picture right here. The author is signed it to the book.